Day one of baking with We Got Disney at Home, and we started out with Gaston's giant cinnamon rolls. It started out okay. It started out like a basic cinnamon roll recipe. I bake a lot of cinnamon rolls, and I'm pretty good at it. So I was like, this can't be difficult. So I started out with all the normal ingredients: butter, milk, some yeast, sugar, salt, and then it said to add room temperature water. And I know better than that, so I did really warm water. Then you kind of stir that together, and it's really, really very runny. But then, not to worry, trust the process, because then you add in like 5.5 more cups of flour. And then with your stand mixer, with the hook attachment, you let it knead for about 5 minutes, and you come up with this big ginormous ball, and it's very heavy. And I was like, this seems really heavy for cinnamon dough. I let my dough rise on my radiator when it's a little bit cold outside because it rises better. So now making the filling: basic filling, brown sugar, butter, cinnamon, and I just do by the palmfuls until my ancestors tell me to stop. And then I rub it into my hands because, again, ancestors, and if you know, you know. And then you kind of stir that all together. Use your stand mixer, it's easier. And then it says to roll the dough out 3 feet by 2 feet. I'm like, I don't know if I have that much space. So I'm seeing if I have the space, and you know what? I actually don't. So I'm gonna make it do what it do, yeah, because I don't have the space. So then you roll out this big ass ball of dough, just rolling and rolling. Took me like 10 minutes to roll the whole thing out. And then you spread the filling all across the dough. It actually tastes pretty good. And then you roll it up like a cinnamon roll, like you would. And then here's where things go awry, and I keep checking my instructions. It says to cut it in the center and then cut it 6 inches away from the center. So you have 2 ginormous cinnamon logs, not even rolls, right? So I'm like, okay. So you place those there, and you pour butter on it. And then I'm looking at it, and it looks really strange. And then I'm pressing it down because it still looks really strange. And I bake it at 375, and then this is what happens. Ooh, like, what is that? What? What is it? What is it? Have you seen Nothing But Trouble? It kind of looks like the man from Nothing But Trouble. I don't know. And then luckily I made little bitty ones, so those came out okay, and they tasted good. So I was like, all right, let's cut these in half. So I cut those in half and made like a weird looking cinnamon roll. But you know what? It's tasty, so I guess it worked out in the end. Yeah, I guess.